Welcome to Scotland. A land of mist-shrouded isles, rugged coastlines, and ancient castles rising through vales of fog. Still waters mirror endless skies, as if holding the very soul of this land. Welcome to the home of whiskey, where nature and humanity move together in the slow rhythm of the sea. This country is famed for its untamed landscapes and rare tranquility, where more than 790 islands stretch across deep blue waters, and the Gaelic tongue still echoes like an ancient hymn. Scotland is like a living geological map at the northern edge of Britain, divided into 3 distinct regions, each telling its own story of time and the Earth's creation. The Northern Highlands preserve rocks over 3 billion years old, witnesses of the planet's earliest age, while the Central Belt hides coal and iron deposits that once powered the nation's industry. To the south, rolling hills unfold in soft shades of green, painted by nature's own hand. Here, where wind and rain weave their tales, Scotland remains a land of harmonious contrasts, where the west coast is wrapped in the mist of the Atlantic, while the east welcomes the golden light of dawn. A small nation with a history, climate, and soul far greater than any map can define. Before we begin our journey, let me ask you this: which drink is celebrated as Scotland's national cultural symbol? Edinburgh. The capital of Scotland is a city that leaves a lasting impression from the very first glance. Built upon 7 volcanic hills, it embodies a perfect harmony of nature and history, where every street corner bears the mark of ages. The city center is divided into 2 distinct parts: the medieval Old Town, crowned by its mighty castle perched on volcanic rock, and the 18th century New Town, laid out with graceful, geometric precision. The Royal Mile, the city's most famous street, stretches from the castle above, seeming to rise from the stone itself down to the Palace of Holyrood House. Every cobblestone along that mile is a step through time. Edinburgh's architecture tells the story of 2 eras in the Old Town stand, towering medieval buildings, some reaching 14 stories high, their dark stone walls echoing the past. While in the New Town, rows of elegant Georgian sandstone houses with balanced facades and neat windows create a postcard-perfect symmetry. Isle of Skye. The largest island of the Inner Hebrides feels like a world of its own, a realm sculpted by mountains that pierce the sky and shorelines shattered into thousands of jagged fragments, forever colliding with the restless sea. Winds sweep across the land, carrying whispers of ancient legends that guide travelers toward Neist Point, the island's farthest western edge. There, the land seems to hurl itself into the ocean in a breathtaking scene of drama and power. The solitary white lighthouse, built in 1909, still stands guard upon the cliffs, where flocks of seabirds return year after year to nest. Not far away rises the Old Man of Storr, a towering pinnacle of stone, its sharp spires pointing skyward like the fingers of a giant. At the ferry pools, crystal clear waters weave through dark volcanic rocks, forming a series of natural pools said to be the bathing place of Highland fairies. Every valley on the island hides echoes of vanished castles, fading lochs, and a sky that changes color with every passing moment. Loch Ness. Deep within this 37-kilometer-long lake, something seems to stir beneath the surface, or at least, that's what people have long believed. For decades, millions of eyes have watched the dark, mysterious waters, hoping for a fleeting glimpse of Nessie, the world's most famous mythical creature. Yet beyond the legend, this glacial lake in the Highlands holds a haunting, untamed beauty of its own. Dense pine forests cloak its shores, where the call of red deer echoes through the still air, and the ruins of Urquhart Castle emerge from the morning mist like ghosts from another age. Containing more water than all the lakes of England and Wales combined, Loch Ness possesses a vast, magnetic allure that makes every mystery feel possible. Its depths, plunging more than 230 meters, conceal a hidden world few have ever seen. And whether one believes in the legend of Nessie or not, there is no denying this nature here has crafted a scene beyond imagination, a place where every ripple awakens curiosity and brings back the wonder of childhood once more. Stirling. Rising atop a volcanic rock that dominates the plains, the ancient castle stands proudly the birthplace and childhood home of Mary Stuart, Scotland's most tragic queen. For centuries, this city has been known as the key to Scotland, for whoever held it controlled the vital route between the lowlands and the highlands. From its ramparts, one can overlook the historic battlefield of Bannockburn where, in the year 1314, the English army was defeated, paving the way for Scotland's independence. Not far away stands the ancient church of St. Ruday, a solemn witness to many centuries of history. Its Gothic spires, surrounded by a graveyard where generations of Scots who once served the crown now rest in silence. Yet the skyline is ruled by the 67-meter-tall Wallace Monument, built to honor William Wallace, the national hero who led the resistance against English rule in the 13th century. Glencoe. Imagine a valley where time seems to have stood still since the 13th century, a great scar carved into the earth by ancient glaciers, steeped in the echoes of tragedy and memory. It was here, in the year 1692, that one of Scotland's darkest chapters unfolded: the massacre of Glencoe, when members of the Campbell clan betrayed and killed their hosts, the MacDonalds, violating the sacred Highland law of hospitality. Towering mountains rise like silent sentinels, with the Three Sisters, three massive, majestic peaks watching over the glen in solemn grace. Every bend in the road reveals a new masterpiece of nature: waterfalls cascading from sheer cliffs, slopes blanketed in purple heather during summer, and still lochs mirroring skies that shift endlessly in color and mood. St. Andrews. The salty air of the North Sea mingles with the solemn scent of moss-covered Gothic ruins. This is not merely a quaint university town by the northern coast, it is the spiritual heart of Scotland, where faith and scholarship have walked hand in hand through the ages. The remains of what was once the country's largest cathedral still rise toward the sky. Though destroyed in 1559 during the Protestant Reformation, its crumbling walls continue to tell stories of devotion, pilgrimage, and the sacred yearning of humankind. Just steps away stands the University of St. Andrews, Scotland's oldest, founded in 1413, where the echoes of students' footsteps in traditional red gowns still sound along the cobbled paths. Yet this town holds another legacy. It is the birthplace of golf. On the old course, shaped over centuries by sea winds, The noble game first took form in the 15th century. For golf lovers, setting foot upon this legendary green is a lifelong dream, for it is here that the very first swings in history were made. Fort William. Nestled at the foot of the Highland giant Ben Nevis, this town serves as the gateway to adventures that reach for the sky. Ben Nevis, standing at 1,345 meters, is the highest mountain in all of the United Kingdom. This mighty peak can shift from Mediterranean warmth at its base to Arctic chill at its summit, even in the height of summer. The climb to the top takes between 6 and 8 hours, demanding strength, patience, and respect for the mountain has claimed many lives over the centuries. Yet those who reach the summit are rewarded with an awe-inspiring panorama stretching all the way to the distant islands of the Atlantic Ocean. In Gaelic, Ben Nevis means the Lonely Mountain, a name that captures the reverence Highlanders hold for this legendary peak. Not far away, Steel Falls plunges from a height of 120 meters, winding through a lush green valley that looks as though it were lifted straight from the world of the Lord of the Rings. Glasgow. Forget the grey industrial image once tied to this city today. It pulses with life and creative energy unlike anywhere else. Along its streets, the vibrant sounds of bands that once shaped music history fill the air, while colorful murals transform every corner into an open-air gallery. The Gothic Cathedral of St. Mungo still stands proudly in the city's heart, a timeless symbol that has endured for nearly 8 centuries. Not far away, the Victoria Necropolis rises on a hill, a city of the dead, where ornate tombs and monuments tell stories of the merchants' golden age. To truly feel the city's heartbeat, wander through the West End home to antique markets, historic pubs, and the grand Gothic architecture of the University of Glasgow, where Adam Smith once studied. And then there is the River Clyde, flowing quietly through the city, once the proud center of shipbuilding, where even the legendary Titanic was crafted. Eilean Donan Castle. On a small rocky island where 3 lochs meet, rises the most photographed castle in all of Scotland. It appears to float upon the water, linked to the mainland by a graceful stone bridge that emerges and fades with the changing tides. Built in the 13th century to defend the land against Viking invasions, the fortress has witnessed centuries of turmoil, sieges, betrayals, and destruction. In 1719, after sheltering Spanish troops during a rebellion against the English crown, the castle was completely destroyed and lay in ruins for nearly 200 years. It was only when a lieutenant colonel of the MacRae clan vowed to restore it that each stone was returned to its rightful place, rebuilt precisely according to the original design. The result is a masterpiece of architecture, a jewel set amid majestic scenery. It has graced the screen in countless films, yet no director has ever captured its true magic when the northern lights shimmer above its towers, when dawn cloaks its walls in silver mist, or when sunset ignites the sky, turning the loch below into molten gold. Cairngorms National Park. Imagine a vast wilderness the size of Luxembourg, a place where you could walk for days without seeing another soul. This is the final stronghold of Scotland's untouched nature, a subarctic plateau where species survive that elsewhere have faded into memory. It is the land of lynx, wildcats, and sea eagles. 4 of Scotland's 5 highest peaks lie within this park, including Cairngorm, the mountain that gives the region its name. These majestic ranges, sculpted by thousands of years of glaciation, conceal valleys where snow lingers well into summer. Below them spreads the ancient Caledonian pine forest, one of the last remnants of Scotland's original wilderness, where red squirrels leap between branches and deer move silently through sunlight scattered across mossy ground. It is this wild harmony that defines the park's unique soul. Reindeer, once vanished, were reintroduced in the 1950s and now roam freely across the high plateau, just as they did in the Ice Age. And on moonless nights, locals whisper of ghostly howls, the spirits of wolves long extinct, still haunting the mountains as a reminder that this land keeps the secrets of ancient Scotland. The journey ahead continues, leading us toward a place tied to the childhood memories of millions of movie lovers. Let's test your knowledge with a question: which Scottish landmark became famous for appearing in the Harry Potter films? Glenfinnan Viaduct. 21 graceful stone arches stretch across 380 meters of magnificent Highland scenery. This is the Glenfinnan Viaduct, the jewel of the West Highland Railway, celebrated as one of the most spectacular train journeys in the world. The 264-kilometre line cuts through Scotland's untamed Highlands, revealing landscapes that are both majestic and dreamlike. Completed in 1901, the viaduct was a marvel of Victorian engineering, transforming a once inaccessible wilderness into a passage that united people with nature. Builders faced mud, mountains, and lochs, using only local cement, sand, and stone to craft a structure that blends seamlessly with the surrounding landscape. Today, the viaduct is famous worldwide for its appearance in the Harry Potter films, where the Hogwarts Express glides across its arches, carrying passengers on a journey that feels part fairy tale, part living history. Outer Hebrides. Here, Europe ends and the infinite begins. This chain of islands rises from the Atlantic Ocean like great stones forgotten by time. Lewis, Harris, and Uist, names that carry the sound of wind, the taste of salt, and the echo of an ancient sea. On these islands, Gaelic remains the living language of everyday life. In small villages, road signs are written first in the Old Celtic tongue before appearing in English. Each Sunday, life comes to a complete pause, for this is the Lord's Day among the deeply devout Presbyterian communities, some of the most observant in all of Europe. The beaches here seem almost un-Scottish. Luscantire on the Isle of Harris dazzles with fine white sand, and waters so turquoise they could rival the Caribbean. Only the icy chill of the sea reminds you that you are still in the north. Yet to truly feel the spirit of these islands, one must stand at Callenish on the Isle of Lewis, where ancient stone circles rise from the moorland, older than Stonehenge itself, and every pillar hums with the same timeless mystery. Loch Lomond. Its glassy surface mirrors the sky, captivating generations of Scots and travelers from across the world. This is the largest freshwater lake in the United Kingdom, spanning more than 71 square kilometers, nestled among gentle hills and encircled by towering mountains. Yet its true enchantment lies in the 38 islands scattered across its waters like jewels cast upon a mirror. Among them, Inchmurrin is the largest home to the ruins of an ancient castle and often visited by deer swimming gracefully through the crystal-clear shallows. Beneath the surface, salmon thrive in abundance, drawing anglers from near and far. The eastern shore is calm and welcoming, perfect for picnics and leisurely walks, while the western side remains wilder, where mountains plunge directly into deep, shadowed waters. And there is still so much more awaiting ahead: islands, castles, and legends yet untold. Follow and stay with us, so you won't miss a single stop on this journey through the heart of Scotland. Inverness. Welcome to the capital of the Highlands, where locals and northern travelers come together in a place that bridges the old and the new. This is the city where Scots come to shop and visitors pause before uncovering the mysteries surrounding Loch Ness. Here, ancient heritage and modern life blend seamlessly, creating a portrait both vibrant and timeless. The River Ness winds gracefully through the city's heart, offering a view that feels almost continental, tree-lined promenades on both banks, interwoven with elegant restaurants and artisan boutiques. Overlooking it all stands Inverness Castle, perched atop a hill with sweeping views across the city. Though the current structure dates to 1836, it rises on the very grounds of an older fortress that bore witness to centuries of Scottish history and change. Isle of Mull. The air here greets you with the briny scent of seaweed and the distant cries of seagulls above. Part of the Inner Hebrides, this island is a perfect embodiment of Scotland's wild beauty, only about 40 minutes from the mainland by ferry. Its rugged coastline hides countless quiet coves where gray seals bask on the rocks, while inland, white-tailed sea eagles soar over glacial lakes in search of salmon. The island's main harbor town, Tobermory, is famous for its brightly painted waterfront houses reflecting in the water, a cheerful scene so vivid it once inspired a beloved children's television series. Yet Mull's greatest treasure lies just offshore the Isle of Iona, where St. Columba arrived in the year 563 to found a monastery that later became the spiritual heart of Celtic Christianity across northern Europe. On that small, windswept island rest 40 chiefs and 8 kings of Scotland, making it one of the most sacred places in the entire land. Dunnottar Castle. Perched atop a 50-meter-high cliff thrust into the sea stands one of the most spectacular castles in the world, a fortress that seems to have grown from the rock itself, where nature and humanity together shaped something extraordinary. To reach it, you must follow a winding coastal path every step a journey backward through more than 1,400 years of Scottish history. It was here that the Scottish crown jewels were hidden during Cromwell's invasion, and where William Wallace claimed one of his first great victories. Today, the castle stands in ruins, yet they are ruins of breathtaking beauty. Its ancient stone walls merge seamlessly with the rugged cliffs, creating a scene both majestic and surreal. Trossachs National Park. Where the lowlands give way to the highlands, a world of wonder unfolds, a landscape of lochs, forests, and mist that feels as if it has stepped out of the pages of a Celtic fairy tale. Often called a miniature Scotland, this park gathers everything one dreams of seeing in the country into an area roughly the size of the city of Rome. Across the region stretch chains of sparkling blue lakes, the most famous being Loch Lomond, the nation's largest and most celebrated, encircled by dense forests that invite endless exploration. The mountains here may not reach great heights, yet each bears its own distinct charm and character. One such peak is Ben Venue, its Gaelic name meaning the small mountain but from its summit. A magnificent panorama unfolds, blending lakes, valleys, and deep woodlands into a single mosaic of beauty that makes every trace of fatigue disappear. Portree. The most beautiful harbour town of the Highlands rests peacefully on the Isle of Skye, where colourful houses line a sheltered bay embraced by rugged mountains. The town's name, Portree, comes from the Gaelic for King's Port, commemorating the visit of King James V in 1540. Along the waterfront, rows of pink, yellow, blue, and green cottages create a scene straight out of a fairy tale, each one carrying the story of families who have lived here for generations. Down at the harbor, fishing boats still come and go each morning, bringing in fresh lobsters and crabs that end up on the plates of local seaside restaurants. From here, travelers set out to explore Skye's legendary wonders, the Old Man of Storr, a 50-meter rock pinnacle that defies gravity, the dramatic Quirraying landslip, a landscape that looks as though carved from another planet, and the fairy pools, a series of crystal-clear turquoise pools where legends say fairies once came to bathe. Isle of Arran. Often called Scotland in miniature, this island more than earns its name. Covering only about 430 square kilometers in the Firth of Clyde, it captures everything that defines Scotland's spirit: ancient castles, famed whiskey distilleries, rugged peaks, wild coastlines, and tranquil beaches, all just over an hour from Glasgow. The island's north resembles the untamed Highlands, with towering granite mountains, lonely glens, and the ghostly silhouette of Loch Ness Castle rising through the morning mist. Meanwhile, the south softens into rolling green hills where russet-colored sheep graze lazily under open sky. Here, the Loch Ness distillery produces one of Scotland's most highly regarded whiskies, while the island's local cheese has earned fame across the entire United Kingdom. Orkney Islands. 70 islands scattered across the northern seas of Scotland, a place where time seems to have stood still for 5,000 years. This is one of Europe's best preserved Neolithic landscapes, where ancient human stories remain carved into the very sea. At Skara Brae, a village older than Stonehenge, visitors can walk among stone houses where beds and hearths still stand exactly as they were left millennia ago. Not far away rises the Ring of Brodgar, a vast circle of standing stones shrouded in mystery, silent witnesses to rituals from a forgotten age. But the value of these islands lies not only in their history, but in their abundant nature. The surrounding seas are a sanctuary for wildlife: seals, whales, orcas, and millions of seabirds nesting upon dramatic cliffs. Here, the wind never rests, and the people have learned to harness its power. Through renewable energy, Orkney now produces more clean electricity than it consumes, even sending the surplus back to mainland Scotland. The journey through Scotland draws to a close like a grand symphony where majestic nature and timeless human heritage blend into one. From the mist-covered Highlands to the wind-swept shores of the Hebrides, from the ancient heart of Edinburgh to islands where time itself seems to pause, each place carries its own soul, telling the story of a land both wild and refined. Thank you for traveling with us on this unforgettable adventure. If the sights, sounds, and stories of Scotland have stirred your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss the next extraordinary journeys we share together. See you again on the next adventure.